We can't talk about the Johnstown Masonic Lodge without first addressing the tragedies that have plagued the city of Johnstown, Pennsylvania. In 1889, a combination of heavy rains and the catastrophic failure of the South Fork Dam caused the worst flood in Pennsylvania's history. 3.8 billion gallons of water were released from Lake Conemaugh in just 65 minutes. The water barreled down the valley, essentially leveling everything in its path. By the time it reached Johnstown, the water and debris were enough to decimate the city. 1,600 homes were destroyed and over 2,200 people lost their lives. The floodwaters were so strong that bodies were found as far away as Cincinnati, Ohio. Johnstown would experience 2 more catastrophic floods stemming from heavy rains and the failure of dams. The flood in 1936 caused $43 million in damage and 25 people lost their lives. A flood in 1977 caused $340 million in damage and 41 people lost their lives. Many people speculate that the entire city of Johnstown is haunted from the events of these floods. The Johnstown Masonic Lodge opened its doors in 1934 and has served as a meeting place for Masons since its construction. It survived 2 of Johnstown's infamous floods. Recently, a few current Masons have experienced some paranormal activity in the building, and after bringing it to the attention of other Masons, discovered that others have been experiencing things too. After capturing some odd footage on their security cameras, they have reached out to us for help, in the hopes that we can corroborate or debunk this activity.
So we are in Johnstown. We're in downtown Johnstown. We heard that there is a plaque and water marker here, so we're here to check that out because pictures sometimes just don't do it justice.
It'll give us a better idea of really how intense this flood was. Actually, I think it's that building right there. I think that's where the markers are. It looks like.
Oh, really?
It's like a city hall or something.
Oh, okay. Can you imagine this whole area just being underwater?
Man.
Or like houses everywhere.
Yeah, it's pretty devastating. I mean, I think it wiped out the whole area.
That's
City
so
hall.
scary.
Okay, I think I see them.
Oh, are those the markers?
Yeah. 3 floods, I think. Oh, I see. The 70 flood was pretty high. Okay, let's cross. Okay, so.
Wow.
So 77's flood 8 feet. So where's the marker for the 1889 flood, I wonder?
I don't know, because this is just the 77 one, right? And then a memorial for the 36 one. Yeah.
Oh my God, it's up there. Oh my gosh. I didn't think it was that high. So 1936 and 1889 is way up there. Oh my God.
Holy sh!
I didn't expect that. Damn, could you imagine that? Like, they had to have rebuilt this whole place.
That's insane. I'm just thinking, like, looking out, it just, all of this, everything must have been gone.
Yeah.
Just gone. Like, where do you even go? Like, because even if you go to your second floor.
You climb to your roof.
But your second floor is, oh.
Yeah. It's hard to imagine, like.
I mean, if that's not like a testament to how bad this was, that we were just expecting it to be somewhere around eye level or a little bit higher than us.
I don't even know what made me look up, but I was like, oh my gosh, there is that high.
I don't know. It's one of those things, like, I've seen the pictures.
Yeah.
But you just, standing here, seeing just how high those marks are and looking at the town and seeing, like, you're surrounded by mountain, just, like, where do you, I don't, just the devastation that was here, I just can't even imagine.
Okay, so I'm about to do a Zoom interview with my friend Frankie. He's out of Chicago, and he's actually a 32nd degree Freemason. He also has a background in the paranormal, so he has that understanding of our world. And I want to find out basic ideas of Freemasonry, and since he has that background and understanding of the paranormal, I want to see how he thinks in general with what Freemasons do in secrecy. How can that possibly contribute to haunting a lodge or a temple? Frankie, how's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So I contacted you because Katrina and I are we're heading to a Masonic temple in Johnstown, Pennsylvania, and one of the Freemasons there claims that it's haunted. And I don't really have any detail as to what they've experienced yet because they've been in direct contact with Katrina, but you mentioned to me that you're a 32nd degree Freemason, correct?
Yeah, officially, yeah.
Okay, so I know you have a background in the paranormal, so I thought you'd be the perfect person to kind of give us some detail about Freemasonry and maybe how it connects to the paranormal. So how long have you been a Freemason?
I've been a Freemason for 15 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Can you explain to me what it means when you say 32nd degree Mason? Exactly what does that mean?
So officially there are only 3 degrees in Masonry, and that's what they call the Blue Lodge, and that's full Freemasonry. However, there are additional things that you can do, but they don't really get you like a higher rank.
I guess what I really want to know is like what aspects of Freemasonry could contribute to sort of creating the energy to make up a haunting.
Like I've been to lodges all over the world, and some have a very like a spiritual haunted kind of energy, like the one in Detroit. That place is for sure got stuff going on. It's like you walk in rooms and you can't even move through the room without feeling like you're going through like a soup. It's wild. The reasons though, I mean, they're going to be all over the place. I mean, some of these buildings are especially on the East Coast, are 200 and 300 and 400 years old. So you're going to have a lot of things that have happened there. If the building has always been a lodge, then that's going to be one thing. If it's been other things, like my lodge in Chicago is in an old place where they used to print occult books. So it's got its own energy as well. Like, without getting into the stuff that I can't talk about, we do ritual. I mean, we do a very specific set of rituals on a regular basis. So when you get people in a room and they're doing a repeated thing over and over again, and they're using a language, especially a language that now it hasn't changed. I mean, it's English, but when these things were written in the 1700s, like, we spoke very differently. And so you've got a set of words that we use now that aren't in our common language. You do this over and over again, and you get, there's a certain way that you walk, and there's call and response, all these things. When you get over the years and years and years, I believe that it's very easy to create a space that invites an energy that is contributed to by everyone that's ever been there in that room and everyone that goes there has an intention, right? They have a thing that they're looking for. So I find them to be very spiritual places when they're done right.
Yeah, because I was thinking about that too, like, because I know that there are rituals, and just in general, like, people probably put a lot of value into that space. It's like a very sacred space for them. So I'm thinking, like, that's a very powerful thing. And does that sort of leave or create like a lasting imprint over the decades that maybe like creates phenomena?
Absolutely. I think that's exactly what we're talking about here, especially one that's been around for so long.
Do you have any advice for us as far as like our investigation goes? Anything we should or shouldn't do at the temple?
Ooh, that's a good question. If you're going to be spending time with Masons, I mean, like, they're probably not going to share a lot with you of what, goes on there, because we're not allowed to. But I will tell you that, like, pretty much everything that you need to know, you can find on the internet. It's, the secrets are out. because it's not really about that. It's not about not knowing them. It's about being able to keep a confidence with someone. So like if I tell you I'm not going to share a secret, I'm not going to share it, even if someone else can find that information out some other way. As far as like the paranormal side of it and like what you should kind of look out for, I'd be interested in, so a lodge is laid out in the cardinal directions. It may not be like physically laid out that way, but within the room, we call things east, west, and south, that kind of thing. And the master of the lodge, the guy that's in charge for that year, sits in the east. That may not actually be in the east of the building, but in that room, that's what we call it. Find those places, find the east and the west and the south, because that's where the three people that lead the lodge sit. And I'm always interested in the energies that occur in the north of the lodge, because there's no one that sits there. I've never gotten a satisfactory explanation as to why. I mean, secrets are a big deal in that world. So I'm interested if this entity is going to give anything up, or even going to want to like talk. Especially because, if it's an older, like I said, the gender thing is real, and it's changing to some extent, but like it's real. And a couple of ladies going in there and asking a guy who's sworn to secrecy. I mean, I don't want to assume what the entity or the energy is, but like there's a good chance it's masculine. There's a good chance he's not going to want to, chat with a couple of ladies. So that's really
right. Yeah, I kind of thought about that going into it when I started to read that, women weren't really involved. But I know women go into the space because they have events there. But as far as like rituals and things go, I know that there's obviously no women. So I am kind of wondering if we can make contact with anything there, like what is going to happen considering that we're women. But
I mean, there is a group called the Eastern Star that might have met there, which is like the women's auxiliary. And another reason why Masonry gets gets looked at with a side eye is because their symbol is a pentagram.
Yeah.
Like, so if you're especially in like the 60s, 70s in America, Satanic Panic, you're going to look at this like group of women who are meeting to support each other and go, but you're meeting under a pentagram and that's evil. And I really wish I could share like passwords and stuff, because I've been in my lodge and done like an investigation, because one member of my team came once. I was showing her around, and she was like, "Oh, there's something here." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know, I feel it." Even though it's not, we've only been a lodge there for 7 years. But the building is 130 years old. So I did an investigation there, and like was using passwords just to see if I could come up, if there was something like in a Masonic way. So I really wish I could share that stuff with you, because it might be like key to your whole thing.
Yeah, and I totally understand that.
Know this. I think I can share this because it's not a big secret, but we never say them out loud. They're whispered in someone's ear. So you're probably not going to hear a big booming voice say a password, but you might hear something very quiet.
Well, thanks so much for meeting with me and giving us this information. I think it's going to be really helpful for our investigation. So.
Hi, Sean.
Hey, yes.
Hey, Katrina.
How are you doing?
Nice to meet you. This is Heather.
Nice to
Nice to meet you, Heather.
And this is Pete.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you. We spoke on the phone.
Yes.
So I was telling Heather, this is Sean. Sean's the one who invited us to come. Like, I think in 2023 you reached out to me.
Yeah, it's been quite a while.
Pete and I spoke on the phone.
Okay.
Because you've been here for...
About 6-7 years.
Yeah.
Manage the building.
Okay.
Make it all work.
Great. So we would love a tour if you guys can point out the hot spots of paranormal activity and maybe some history along the way too. We'd love that.
Oh, absolutely. Sure. But I'm going to let you go with Pete because he knows all about that.
Okay. All right. Cool.
All right.
All right, Sean, we'll link up later.
All right.
Cool.
Nice to
Pete,
meet you.
we're all yours.
The cornerstone was set in 1931, and it was built for the Freemasons. This was always like the centerpiece. There used to be a lot of activity going on in the ballroom. It was an 8,000 square foot ballroom. Wow. And everything's original in the buildings from the 30s. If you walked out here in 1940 and you come back in, it's pretty much the same.
Wow. Love that.
And as far as the hot spots, I'm here a lot of times by myself. There's upstairs for the Masons, there's a lot of door knockers. The knockers on the door, you'll hear them going off sometimes. Not all night, not, you know, it's like there's no rhyme or reason, they're heavier, so there's no wind blowing, obviously, but you hear them periodically. You hear footsteps. The one side upstairs has a slate floor, and you'll hear footsteps.
So as far as like the 1889 flood, this was just a field during that flood as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
But the flood would have reached this area?
It would have, the main water, the flood would have come down through the valley downtown and hit the stone bridge and then hit the mountain beside it. It would have backed up here. But as far as any kind of damage or anything, probably minimal. And the other flood was 1936. The basement downstairs had probably 4 or 5 feet of water in it.
Wow.
That was another major flood in Johnstown.
What about the 77?
77 flood, I think, was about the same way. This building was here, obviously, but it probably had 4 or 5 feet of water in the basement. Nothing ever got up to this level.
Okay. All right, so as far as hot spots for paranormal, can you take us around and show us?
Wherever you want to go. The one weird thing here that happens a lot is behind the refreshment stand or the bar area, these lights come on. It's a push button.
Oh.
It's battery operated. I come in at 2 in the morning or something, or like I'll come in at the next, in the morning, and they'll just come on. They'll be on. For whatever reason, I tried hitting the wall. There's no power in this wall at all.
Okay.
And is it a button you have to hit?
Yeah,
or?
it's electric. You just push on it.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
And there's no timer on it?
No, it's just a like a little battery pack with the hot glued lights around it. I tried hitting the wall. I think maybe slamming the doors, and there's no rhyme or reason. It comes on periodically.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's beautiful.
So as far as the paranormal goes, what's happening in this room?
Above this side is like the medieval castle church, or the York Rite side.
Okay.
And this is the side with the slate floor.
So when you're in here, you hear footsteps up here?
Yes.
Blue Lodge. Oh, are these the door knockers you're talking about that go off?
Yeah.
So you just hear them do this?
Yeah. Well, usually they're a lot louder.
Oh, wow.
Whoa. Oh my gosh.
What?
Yeah.
What? This is so cool. Okay, so this is like the room.
This is the Blue Lodge. This is where the Masons meet. There's still, between this side and the other side, there's still 13, 14 evenings a month. There's things going on up there.
What's the significance of the Egyptian art?
The Egyptians, they look at it as the first builders, and the Masons are builders. This is just on the other side is more theatrics. This is some of the costumes that they wear.
Costume room. There's a costume room.
Yeah.
You just made Heather's day.
Can we put these things on at some point?
Sure.
Or no? We
Sure,
can?
no problem.
There's hats.
Katrina.
Can we wear the hats?
If you want.
Really?
Gosh, this is the best day ever.
That's amazing.
Yes.
There.
Dude, I want to wear this one.
I just want to walk around with this.
You think you're queen? You're queen for the day.
I love it.
I love this.
Queen
I need
for
to
the
take
day.
this home and
You
tell
Oh my
can
my
gosh, there's so many cool hats.
They're not.
Are these what you guys wear for ceremonies?
On the New York Rite side, yeah.
Really? Wow.
They're pretty neat.
These are really cool.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
This is my new favorite place.
Holy cow. Look at this place.
The floor was put down in like 1936, 37, 38, and it's original.
Wow.
Even the plaster work and all that's original. There's not 14 layers of paint on it.
This is amazing. Okay, so Masons meet here, but also Eastern Star meets in here?
Well, yeah, Eastern Star meets on this side. Chapter Council, Commandery, which is the Knights Templar. A long time ago, we were never allowed to show these rooms, so any members that would come over always were dressed up in hard shoes. Suits, ties, dressed up. So I always hear people, not always, I hear people walking up here in like hard shoes. And it's kind of like, if it gets nerving, I yell up the steps, knock it off.
Yeah.
How often does that happen?
Maybe once every couple months. You know, sometimes you're not paying attention. You know, it's like, oh, I hear something again. You know, it could be something, could be this. But then you start paying attention. It's like, wait a minute, there's somebody walking here. And then I'll look at the camera, or I'll go make sure there's nobody in the parking lot, no other cars. And it's like, the door's locked, I'm by myself, and I hear somebody up here.
Okay, and then I think you said upstairs, right, is the other hot spot? Okay, let's go there.
Upstairs, sometimes some of that feels real heavy.
Okay.
Well, when them Bumping the Night guys were here, they did a lot of EVPs. Like they had us go, like they had all the lights off and that, and they were doing their EVPs actually like the headphones. Yeah. And if you could hear stuff.
Was that a person?
I have no idea what that was.
Did you hear that? Do you recognize that sound?
It sounded like a footstep.
Yeah, it did sound like a footstep, or like a
Here, let's see if anyone's
door thing.
Hello?
Hello? Little museum.
Is anything happening here?
This is where.
Oh, wow. Oh,
This
Jaffa.
whole floor. This is where when they had the other group that were here, I don't know what they set up in here, but it was some kind of contraption.
Yeah, sorry, not to cut you off. The minute I walked through here, heart started racing.
Well, since they did that thing here, this third floor feels real heavy, real intense. It got real hot in this room. Like they were like, I gotta get out of here, I gotta get here, it's hard to breathe. So they have to leave. But they had whatever they were doing in this room, I don't remember what it was.
It's like I actually don't feel right in here. I feel like dizzy in here.
You're not the first person that said that.
Really?
It's a lot of artifacts.
Wow, oh, I like this lounge.
Cool. I could get used to this. Oh.
Does anything happen in here?
2 women that wanted to tour the building. So we brought them up here, and there was me, my wife, and our son, and they kept seeing, these girls kept seeing this white ball that come around her. And when we came in, that white ball left.
And they saw it with the naked eye.
That's what they were saying, telling us.
And it was surrounding this girl.
My wife.
Oh, your wife. It was surrounding your wife. Pete, how long, as far as you know, how long has the activity been going on?
Probably, I would say some of the strange thing is that a lot of members over here either blew it off as nothing. Yeah. Or just didn't really put 2 and 2 together. But you figure if there was 5, 6, 7,000 members here at one time, plus the Easter store and the other, you know, I'm sure it's been going on for a long time, just the history of the building. Because a lot of the people here, they put their blood, sweat, and tears into the Freemasons, into the building here. Not just here, but they were big in the government, they were big in the community. So this seems to be like the area that attracted a lot of people.
Is this one of the places you've had an experience?
It is.
Okay.
Actually, quite a few. The first one was New Year's Day several years back. We had a wedding here on New Year's Eve, and my husband and I were here cleaning up, waiting for the family to come get their belongings. And I asked Pete who was in here with us, because I knew we had locked the doors. And he said, there's nobody here. And I said, are you sure there's not some kind of special meeting going on tonight? Because there's a gentleman standing over there in a tuxedo. And he said, there's absolutely no one here. And I said, I am seeing there was a man standing here watching what we were doing in the room. So I took off to go see who this person was, because I was clearly seeing him. He was an older gentleman with white hair, glasses, small mustache, wearing a tuxedo with tails, which is what they normally wear when they have their meetings. I came through here, went up the stairs following this man, hollering, hello, hello, and he's not saying anything. He just kept walking. We got to the top of the stairs, and there is a center hallway that runs down between the 2 different meeting rooms. And I couldn't see anybody, but the doorknob turned and the door opened.
You saw the doorknob turn?
Yes.
Whoa.
Which caused me to scream. Not gonna lie, I
Wow.
was terrified. And I turned around and came back downstairs with Pete meeting me on the stairs asking me what was wrong. And I said, I don't know, but wherever that man went, he went. I didn't see him, but the door opened.
So he looked solid to you.
He looked solid to me.
Wow.
Yes.
And when did you realize it was not a real person?
When the doorknob turned and there was no one there, because those doors they're older doors. They don't open unless you turn the knob. We have events here, and I work the events, and I had some women from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania, here for an event and ask if they could see the upstairs. So we were on a little tour, and she saw somebody up in the cigar lounge, and was telling me that this gentleman is here and he wants to talk to you. And I said, are you sure you're not talking to like my husband, somebody? And she said, no, he wants to talk to you. And I saw no one, but she was adamant. And I said, okay, let's talk. And my husband, my son, there were several of us up there, and she said, he won't talk now. And I said, okay. So we started walking to the elevator, and she started to cry, and she said, he's telling me that whatever it is you're doing, you need to keep doing it.
What is it that you're doing that you need to keep doing?
I'm a cardiac arrest survivor, and I had 2 hours of CPR and 9 shocks.
Holy cow.
I was in a coma for 4 days and was self-extubated and walked out on the 7th day. So since that happened, a lot of things have changed for me.
When did that happen to you? How long ago?
11 years ago.
11 years ago. And
Yes.
since that,
I don't know if I'm sensitive to things, but I see things that I have never in my life seen or heard before.
That's a common thing that we hear with people that have gone through that.
Yeah. Usually we'll be standing behind the bar for weddings and whatnot because I bartend. And this same gentleman always stands right there at the top of the stairs.
you've seen him multiple times.
Yes, it's the same man. And he stands right there, and sometimes he's kind of like looking down over the handrail. He will come and stand right at the top of the stairs. And when I see him, I just, now I don't react because I'm so used to seeing him that it's like, oh.
If you ever saw a picture, like, would you be able to recognize him if he was associated with this building?
And I have looked like at the stuff here, and I have not seen anything. I haven't recognized him yet, but there have been thousands of members in this building over the course of the years and they're not all documented.
I guess Pete was saying at one point it was 7,000 members, which is, I mean,
And then there was another, there's only been 2 people that I've seen here, him and another gentleman that I saw upstairs.
Can you take us to that spot?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I was sitting there, we had our first wedding in this room where the ceremony was actually performed here. So I was trying to get some pictures as the ceremony was going on so people could see how we had it set up. And a gentleman walked in through this door and he had on a tuxedo, and I thought, oh, it's somebody, a relative from the wedding party, maybe trying to do the same thing that I'm doing. And he came walking in and he looked over and he smiled. And I didn't say anything because the ceremony was going on, so I was quiet. And he walked over and sat down here, but he didn't fold the chair down. The chair stayed in the position that it was in, but he sat down. So, and there are names.
I was just going to say, Stanley Harry's?
Mm-hmm.
What are these names for?
They sponsor them. Members, past members will sponsor it. Years ago, they went on, there's names on just about all of the chairs here.
Is Stanley Harry's alive?
I don't think.
How long ago did this happen?
Me seeing him?
Yeah.
Probably 3 years ago.
3 years? So recent. And he also looked solid to you.
Mm-hmm.
Were you
Very
guys
much so.
The only 2 up here?
Yes. To which I started texting Pete again, because he was downstairs getting things ready for the next, we had guests coming in and stuff. And I texted him and said, you need to get up here because there's a man in the balcony with me that I don't think is still alive.
So you put it together when you saw that the seat didn't go down. Did he just disappear? Did he get up and leave?
He got up and he smiled at me. Oh. And was just kind of nodded and got up and walked right back out through the door that was closed.
How long, if you could put a time on it, how long do you think that experience lasted?
Probably a good 30 seconds. It was a while.
Wow.
Because he came in and sat down, and I had time to text my husband and say, something's going on. There's somebody up here that nobody else sees but me, I'm sure. That was kind of the gist of the text. And I hit send, and Pete was responding, I'm on my way. And he got up and he smiled and he nodded and he walked out.
Was it the same guy from downstairs? Different guy?
Different guy.
How so?
This man had darker hair. The man downstairs has white hair. This one's stockier, the other one's taller and thin.
But they were both wearing the same type of tuxedo, you'd say? Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you for showing, I mean, really interesting experiences. And it's also, I feel like being an EMT, making an assumption, but I assume it's true, you kind of have to be very level-headed. You have to be cool under pressure. Probably not.
But that makes it makes the little hairs on the back of my neck stand up every time, because I'm thinking, oh my Lord, just please tell me somebody else is seeing it and that I'm not crazy.
I swear I just heard a voice.
Okay. Yeah. There's been 3 times I have heard a voice.
Or like the knocker. couldn't tell what it was, but
I've heard a whisper 3 times since we've done this, since we've been talking to Joelle.
Coming from down there?
When we were by the elevator, when you first started talking about your near-death experience, I heard a whisper. I think I turned towards you.
Because I was like, did she hear something?
I totally heard something, and then twice as we're sitting here in the last 7 minutes.
Like
towards
literally.
Is that common, Joelle?
That happens here a lot.
A lot.
The whispers, though, they sound like like what you would think of like a cartoon whisper almost.
Yes.
Have you ever had paranormal experiences?
Yeah, a couple.
What's happened?
Well, at least down here, we were expecting one of the other members to be coming over. We were dropping tables and setting up for another event, and I looked out that way towards the bar, and it's kind of like there was a gentleman there, and it looked like all they did was just step out of the doorway, and it's kind of like, hello? You know, he called for him, nothing. So I walked over thinking maybe somebody had walked in. Nobody was there, looked around. It's kind of like, that's strange, but okay. Kind of gives you the hair on your arms to stand up.
What did that person look like?
Taller. I don't know if they were wearing a suit exactly. It was just like a real quick, and just like I caught a glimpse of it and then they were gone.
What is it with that bar area? Where people are seeing things?
The light too. I've caught the light quite a few times.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What do you make of that?
I don't know. Maybe they're just letting us know that they're here.
And you had said that you had other experiences too. What happened?
I used to be one of the historians in the building, so I'd be over here, especially when I wasn't working, going through the museum and stuff upstairs. Was up in the library looking through a lot of the old material that was here, and all I heard, you could hear somebody walking down the hallway, just footsteps. It's kind of like, you know, it's during the day, so I didn't think anything of it, but they sounded like they were getting closer to the library. So I walked out and was like, hello, just to see. And the guy that was working here at the time was off. So I looked around, footsteps had stopped by then. It's kind of like, okay, this is weird. So I knew it was in the building by myself, so I started going through, checking, make sure nobody had gotten in. And didn't find anybody, so it's kind of like, okay. I went back upstairs and made sure everything was shut off and left right after that.
So it freaked you out a little bit?
Oh yeah. That was the first time I had ever heard anything down here. So it was one of those, oh, yep, nope, time to go.
All right, so Bump in the Night Society, big group of you guys. You guys are the first ones to ever investigate this space?
That's correct, yeah. Like when you're investigating a place like this where there is kind of a hidden history, a lot of the stories and the evidence that you get may not coincide with the history that you know. but they know. It's just sometimes, they can't tell you everything that has happened.
Because there's passwords and they use an old language, so the terms we might not necessarily
be able to match up.
Yeah.
So when you guys found things like that, did you take it back to one of the Masons and say, we found this, it doesn't make sense to you?
Yes.
And did they confirm things for
We
you?
did like an evidence reveal, and there was stuff that didn't make sense to us, and they were like, "Oh, we know what you're talking about." But
Yeah.
Could they tell you what it was?
In some cases, yes. There's one particular instance in the hallway over in the next room over where they said that what happened, they can't share. They had to maybe get permission to share.
Oh, wow.
Well, it came through on the spirit box.
It came through on
right?
the spirit
Yeah.
box, yeah, possibly, yeah.
What did it say?
It said, whack, 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 hit him on the head.
Oh, shoot. So are you guys thinking somebody got like hurt here really bad?
We think it probably had something to do with one of their rituals, but I don't 100% know. They wouldn't tell us what that meant. They just said it meant something.
Yeah.
Oh, so they know.
Yeah, they know, yeah. And then some of the history they're able to share.
Yeah.
And then other things they have to keep close to the chest. But they are opening up more, obviously allowing us to investigate you to investigate.
Yeah, I heard that.
What are those sounds?
Yeah, that was the same sound we heard in here the first time.
Yeah.
No.
Do you guys know what that is? Did you guys hear that on your
I did
investigation?
hear it,
I
yeah.
don't know what it was.
Yeah. And you'll get that sometimes. I know in the same room where the whack, whack, whack hit him on the head, there was loud thuds. Like, I mean, really, really loud thuds happening. And there was no one like above me or anything.
I feel like we should
Oh,
sing.
this room's spooky.
Yeah, it is kind of spooky. I feel like when we're in here, we should sing "Walk Like an Egyptian."
Ocean, yeah, the Bengals.
Yeah. Oh, this is awesome.
This looks so cool.
Wow.
Ooh, should we put like a REM pod in the middle?
Yes.
Nobody ever sits in the north.
But where is the north?
Here.
This side.
That's for the audience.
Oh,
That was me.
no, that's
Oh, no, I mean I tripped.
the REM pod is.
Can you turn that off?
Jeez.
Can you turn it back on? Make that green light go off again, please. Sir.
Sir.
It's actually really cool with those lights.
Did you guys hear like a thud above us?
No.
It was really. I can't tell if it's in my headphones.
Does it sound like a footstep?
No, it was like a thud, like a deep,
Oh.
like moving of a chair or something.
Oh, How would Frankie tell you what we should do in here? Like to try to get activity?
He just said do a lot of listening, especially if you do a spirit box session,
Okay.
because
Okay,
Is that
man, like,
temperature?
that's temperature.
Yeah.
There's no like temperature change in here.
No, we're
Not
completely,
5
we're like
degrees.
encased within a building.
That has to be 5 degrees to set that off.
Yeah.
yeah, all the windows are covered up if those are windows.
I think those aren't even real windows.
No, those aren't. But these are like blackout curtained.
Who is in this room with us? We cannot see you, but we have heard that many others have. Is there something you can do to let us know that you're here with us now?
I feel like I can hear them talking downstairs.
Can you hear anything in your ears?
Am I hearing that?
I don't hear anything.
mean, they're actually like a really far away apart from us.
Yeah, like 2 floors.
Huh. Temperature again.
What was it like being a Freemason here?
I hear what you're saying, Taddy. There is something very, very faint.
Yeah, it's like a reverberation of like either them talking downstairs or just like.
Let me put my headphones on.
Do you want me to close the door?
Yeah.
I'm wondering if that would like upset somebody who's
Yeah.
in here though. It could be.
Oh, the meeting is starting.
Perfect.
All adjourned. What is that?
Yeah, I
That-
just.
That was the door, I think.
No.
What did you hear?
It sounded like almost like a whirling noise.
Yep. Like almost
hold
like
on.
wind.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm recording. This is Johnstown Masonic Lodge, December 14th, 2024. Yeah, I heard that on the recorder.
Is that the radiator?
It's too distant to be able to know.
I mean, it was a singular noise, so I would think not, but. Can I speak to whoever's in charge here?
Are you ready to start the meeting?
I hear like talking in the distance now, too.
I've been hearing it.
It is like a man's voice, like like that.
Yeah. I can't tell, like, where are they?
I mean, they're like they're on the other side. They would be like where the other lodge is below that. I can't imagine that sound, but in like 2 floors
Yeah.
below, like I can't imagine
Yeah, that seems.
unless it's like HVAC. But this is all radiators, there isn't
That's a good point,
an
yeah.
HVAC system, so.
I mean, we know they can hear at least 1 floor because we know they hear footsteps. But 2 floors.
Yeah, they're in the basement, we're on the 2nd floor.
And they're also like huddled in a corner all the way.
And
Yeah.
the timbre of the voice that I'm hearing it's way deeper than anyone's voice who's here.
It's to me, it sounds like multiple people, like having a conversation, but it's just like here and there. Is that what you're hearing?
Yeah.
There's a low hum. Noise. That's weird. There's a consistent low hum.
Like hum, like electronic hum, or hum like a.
It feels like
What was that?
what?
Sounded like a movement.
Yeah.
It sounded like movement.
You heard movement?
Yeah.
Like over there.
The hum's gone. Wait. No, it's still there. Over here.
Hey, I'm really interested in joining the Freemasons. It seems like a really cool The hell?
What'd you see, Jay?
It's like a wispy thing.
You saw a wispy thing?
Yeah.
So I panned over to you like that. Does that create it?
No, like this was a thing in a physical space.
You saw it like in the air?
It was bigger than dust. It had to have been like this big. like this big. And it like almost looked like what a feather looks like when it's falling down. I saw it for like a split second. It was like right here.
Jay, do you hear anything in your ears?
That sounds like a train.
Is that a train?
Yeah.
I think so.
All right.
I have my ears out because that was really strange what I saw.
Are you sure it wasn't no effect of my IR shining off yours when I went like that?
No, it was these lights hitting something in the sky. The object, I'll call it that, whatever I saw was like bigger than dust.
Well, you did just ask, what did you ask? Like, you want to join, right?
Yeah, I was like, this seems really interesting to me. It does.
Can Jay join your organization?
Is there a microphone here?
A microphone?
Like, so there's microphones hanging with like fish line in certain
Yeah, the
places.
other lodge, they have microphones hanging. I didn't see any in here.
Like I could see what I saw being this light reflecting off of a fish wire. If you just showed yourself to me in some way, could you do that again? Could you touch one of these devices that we set up in each of these corners of the room and let us know in another tangible way that we're communicating with you?
Are you accepting any new members? What do we have to do to join?
Can women be Freemasons?
If we're not supposed to be in here, can you shut that door? We heard you like to slam doors.
What's that? Did you guys hear that?
Yeah.
You heard that, right?
Uh-huh.
It sounded like it came from right behind here, and I normally can't localize when I have these in, but that was absolutely over here.
I feel like you need something with a little bit more pizzazz.
I do need more pizzazz.
I feel like I heard something back here.
I heard that too.
That was 100% a door.
Yeah.
Yeah, like all of a sudden it just felt like my throat like closed.